Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back today with another citrus twist kit layout. So I had these actually it's 4 photos on 2 4x6s, and they are of my husband playing with my dog. They are purposely like crazy blurry because I thought it was super cool. One morning they were just playing and my husband was spinning the rope high, and so our dog Max had to jump up and grab it, and so I did I held down the button and did like a burst of photos, and these are 4 photos. They're not consecutive. I think for the most part they are, but oh no, you guys, and I totally just realized I put them in the wrong order. I'm looking at the layout and I'm like, crap, dang it. Okay, anyway, sorry. Back to the layout. So I thought it looked really cool, even though my dog is super blurry. My husband was making fun of me that they're bad photos, and I was like, shush, they're not bad photos. He's supposed to be that blurry. And so here you can see I have decided to use this kind of triangle paper as my little, what is that called, edge on the layout. I am doing a scrap lift, or not a scrap lift, but a sketch. So you will have seen the sketch that I decided to use, and I was super excited. I really liked the idea of this sketch, and I'm glad that I decided to use these 2 blocks of photos. Even though the sketch calls for 3, I kind of changed it up and made it work for myself. So I got this cute X stencil in one of the kits, and I thought it would be fun to use it on this layout. So here I'm going to use my textures. This is Shimmer's Textures, and it is in the color Gold Mine. So it's just a very textured gold paste pretty much. So I'm going to put this in 3 spots here on the layout, and I absolutely love how this turns out. So here's the text that my husband sent me. He is in the white, and he said that the photos look bad, and I was like, what? They're supposed to look that way. And he was like, I know, I'm teasing you. But I was just like, seriously, stop teasing me. So here I'm trying to figure out what paper I want to mat behind the photos, because the photos were a little bit dark. I wanted to make sure that I had a light paper behind them. So I'm going to decide to use this ombre color, and that is from the Oh My Heart collection, and that came in the June embellishment kit, I think, or no, the Best Day add-on kit, which is a June add-on kit. Okay, so now here I'm cutting the photos down. I was going to do them all the same size, but I measured wrong on that second photo that I cut. So that's why I did the thumbs down, because I cut them 2 different sizes, but it turns out to be okay. I really like how it turns out in the end. You can't even really tell unless you're like being very scrutinizing of the layout. So here I'm going to start gluing them to this background, but then I decide it needs a white piece of paper. So I'm just going to grab a paper from my stash. There was a white paper in one of my add-on kits, because I got like the paper add-on, or I think it was the neutrals. Yeah, the neutral add-on papers, but I decided I didn't want to use that up. I want to use that one for an 8 or a 12 by 12 layout, because I love white backgrounds. So here I just pulled an 8.5 by 11 paper from my stash, and I glued them right next to each other, pretty much how they were when they were a 4 by 6. So I could have just left them the way they were, but I'm glad that I cut them up. I do like them as this smaller size. So here you can see I'm just giving them a little bit of a border, not too big of a border around each of the photos, and I really like how that turns out. So here I'm just going to cut that all up, and then I'm going to kind of, the background is still drying, so I have that off to the right hand side. So I am going to actually start building my layers just on my desk without the background. Here I have these twine pieces that actually, they don't come in the kit, but that is what your kit is wrapped in, is the twine. So I kept them, and I'm super glad that I did. I've used it on a couple of my layouts, so don't throw away your twine that you get with your kit. Okay, so here I cut up 4 pieces of paper or not pieces of paper, 4 pieces of twine, and I'm going to straighten them out off of the photo because for some reason I could not get them straight enough when the photo was there. So here I'm going to use my washi tape, and I'm just going to tape those down, and I'm going to make them straight lines and then tape this other one down. I was having a hard time trying to get it to stay down, and I wanted it to look good and be perfect, and so I just am taking my time with this. And sometimes that's what you need to do with your scrapbook pages. Other times you don't need it to be perfect and straight and lined up, but for today I was like, okay, I'm going to do this and it is going to look perfectly straight. And it worked out. So here I'm just doing this last photo, and when I do things like this, I use washi tape that I don't, really like. Like, I like it, but at the same time, it's like, I'm probably never going to use that on a layout or anything. So, okay, so now here is where I'm going to start building my layers, and I'm going to start gluing these things down. I had a chipboard heart from the Oh My Heart collection, and a cute little circle tag, so that's going to go down there. And then I pulled out quite a bit of these, or not pulled out, but cut out quite a bit of these printables that come with the kit. And I'm going to use quite a few of those. And this one is a cute little heart, so I'm going to cut that heart apart. And I think I'm going to pull out some more tags and things and just kind of place them around on the layout up at the top right hand corner and then top left hand corner. So you can kind of see how I am going to place my triangles around my layout. So here I'm just going through all of the stuff that came in the kit. I just have all of the embellishments and everything there in that little blue container. That is actually one of those it's like I don't even know what you call it. It's like a embossing, when you do embossing powder, you can like dump it into this little container there, and then there's a funnel at the bottom, and so you can funnel it back into the container without getting embossing powder or glitter or whatever all over everywhere. I have never actually used it as, a funnel thing before. This is the only way I've used it, is as an embellishment holder. So that's kind of just funny and random. So here you can see I'm just cutting up a bunch of these hearts. There was some really cute hearts, and this one is 3 hearts together, and it says together on it. Funny, right? So I'm thinking that I'm going to put it in that embellishment on the left hand side. And so now here I'm going to pull over my layout. The background is dry, and I'm going to start just putting all of this together. So you can see I have the photos in the wrong order, and I'm so annoyed at myself that I didn't notice this, because I wanted the very bottom one on the left there. I wanted that one to be the very first one up at the top left. But I didn't notice it until just now. But oh well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal that they're not in order, because I wasn't going to number them or anything. It was just going to be just there. So here I'm putting together this cluster up there in the top right hand corner. I had a tag left over from the Ellie's Studio little embellishment kit that came with the main kit, and then a bunch of other embellishments as well. That gray one at the top in the left hand corner says enjoying this moment, and then I have that heart that has the word together on it, so enjoying this moment together. So I'm going to glue down this wood grain tag. I'm going to glue down this green circle, and gluing down just basically everything. And this layout I am super excited about. I wasn't quite sure how it would turn out and if I would like it, because my mojo has been all over the place lately, and I'm super happy with how this layout turned out. So there I was just writing down the title so that I could figure out if I would have enough letters. I'm running out of letters on the alpha that came in the main kit, so I used this yellow, this one is from Freckled Fawn, and I think this one came in the Best Day kit. But it is super cute and I really love it. The only thing that I don't like about it is that there was no lowercase n and there was no lowercase r. So I kind of had to jimmy rig a couple of letters to make an r and an n. So my title is going to say, "You Turn Me Right Round," just like the song. I actually asked my husband. Sometimes I'll ask my husband for his input, and I texted him because he's at work while I was making this, and I said, "Hey, what should the title of this be?" And that is when he was making fun of me with the texting when I showed you that. And he was like, "Those are really bad photos." Yeah. So he said it should be "You Turn Me Right Round." So I decided I liked the name of that title, so that's what I'm going to do. So here I'm just putting all the letters and words down and making sure that this was the spot where I wanted them. The sketch told me to put the title right here, and so I'm going to decide to do that. But my title is a long title, so it's not going to fit in that whole spot right there. So it's going to go kind of tall, which is totally fine. When you do sketches, you don't have to stick totally to the sketch. Like, I have kind of made this sketch my own, and that's what I love about scrapbooking, like scrap lifting and using sketches and things like that. You don't have to stick to it completely. Okay, so I am just finishing up here. This is going to be one of the last things that I do. I am going to pull some stickers off of, let's see, what is it called? It's the Jelly Bean Soup. Let me, hold on. There it is right there. But it is Jelly Bean Soup Coordinating Label Stickers, and this is from the Bowl of Dreams collection. So I'm going to just pull off some of those word stickers and put them in a couple different spots on the layout. So in the top I have Captured Happy Moments, and then also XOXO, and then in the bottom cluster it's going to say Everyday Memories. Then I am going to put some other hearts on there as well up in that top right hand corner, and I am also going to put some of these enamel dots. I think those are from Simple Stories, I want to say. I can't remember though because I threw away the packaging already. And I'm going to put 2 of those in each one of the clusters. And I'm also going to glue down this little heart that I had cut out from the printable section, and that one just says hello. And then I'm going to use 3 of these puffy heart stickers from the Ellie's Studio puffy stickers. And that is pretty much it. I'm going to stamp the date on it, which was April 2nd. These photos were taken this year, so this is going to go in my 2017 album. So that is it for this layout. Thanks so much for watching. I hope that you guys are having a great and wonderful Monday. I will see you next time. Bye!